Hey, what's going on, people? It's SGZ here from the Spartan Game Zone, and in this video I'll be going over the Borderlands 3 hotfix notes for today, April 16th. We had a couple of events end and a couple more start, and I'll be going over everything you need to know. What they didn't directly say is the release date for Mayhem 2.0, but if you read between the lines you can get a good idea of when that'll be. And I'll touch on what I think about that at the end of the video. If this helped you get the information you're after, I'd appreciate it if you could drop a like. It helps to make sure I keep making videos like this, and let's get to it. So we'll start with the events, which kind of go hand in hand. Starting now and ending on the 23rd of April are the Mr. Torg's Slaughter Onslaught and Making It Rain mini events. Now when I heard Mr. Torg's Slaughter Onslaught, I got excited, but when I read and tested what it actually does, I was a little disappointed. During the event, the bosses of the Circle of Slaughters will drop more loot rather than the badass enemies within them. That does give you more of an incentive to complete the slaughters, but going through 5 rounds just for a small loot drop increase on the bosses, that wasn't really what I was after, and it isn't enough to make people play them more than they already are. However, it is a good time if you're after the specific legendaries that those bosses drop. Starting with the Cistern of Slaughter, which I'm playing through here, Electritus Vanda has an increased chance to drop the Ripper, Babymaker, and the Scourge, whereas Tremendous Rex, who also spawns in the final round, and on wave 5 rather than wave 4, has an increased chance to drop the Maggie or Leuda. So if you're after that anointed Maggie, now is a great time to try and get one, and you'll get a lot of legendaries on the way. For the Slaughter Star 3000, Blue Fire has an increased chance to drop the Lucian's Call and Rocket Boots artifact, and Red Rain has a higher chance to drop Rowan's Call and the Launchpad artifact. Lastly, for the Slaughter Shaft, Titan has an increased chance to drop Tina's Hippity Hopper Grenade mod, the Butcher, and the Shredder Fire. For farming these bosses, you want to make sure you don't complete the final round. As soon as they spawn, kill them and then teleport to the start. That way you will avoid having to go through every single round again, and it makes farming the end bosses a lot quicker. The Making It Rain mini event, on the other hand, increases the amount of cash that is dropped pretty much all round. Normal, badass, and anointed enemies will drop a lot more money, which they say will come handy for the cartel event starting sometime this month. It's unclear what that money will be needed for, perhaps more bank space or for something related to the event. We'll just have to wait and see, but now's the time to stock up as it looks like we'll be using it soon. There's no balance changes or anything like that in this week's hotfix, but they did add gameplay tags for the impending Mayhem 2.0 release. It's coming this month and will be out on either the 23rd or 30th along with the cartel event. Now if I had to pick a release date, I'd probably go with the 30th because that is when the co-op loot drop event ends, and I don't think they'll run 2 events simultaneously, even for a week. They may overlap it for a little bit, which means it comes out on the 23rd to help us ease into it with more loot drops, but I don't think so. I think they'll continue with the mini events running weekly, with the last ones on the 23rd, as has been the case throughout this month. I also feel they'll want to hype it up a little bit more than they have done, but I'm just spitballing here. Let me know when you think we'll see the arrival of Mayhem 2.0 and the cartel event in the comments, and we'll see who's right come release time. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and it shed light on the latest hotfix. If you did, consider dropping a like or subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.